Hey everyone, welcome to the 12 Days of Christmas. It is my 5th year for the 12 Days of Christmas, and I'm super excited to bring you 12 awesome Christmas videos that are going to be occurring over the next few weeks. To get started on day one, we're making some two-for cards, which means two for the price of one in a way. And I am going ahead and getting started by distress inking a background. I'm using Distress Oxide inks. I am using a few different colors here. I am using Tumbled Glass, Faded Jeans, Stormy Sky, Salty Ocean, and then I ended up going in with a little bit of Blueprint Sketch as well. So I went in with some Tumbled Glass into the middle. I wanted to kind of have it dark on the outside and fade into the middle into that light color. I'm going now and adding some Stormy Sky there to the Faded Jeans, and then I'm going over all of that with the Salty Ocean Distress Oxide inks, and I'm just slowly building up that color to make it look like a night sky. I am going to go and add in a little bit of a darker color because I thought that a few of those colors were kind of all looking the same and I wasn't getting too much depth, so I needed a bit of a darker one. I'm super excited that the new 12 colors of Distress inks are on the way to my house. If you haven't ordered them yet, I'll have them linked in the video description below because I need that chipped sapphire ink in my life, that really dark, beautiful blue, in order to create these really fun sky backgrounds. But as you can see, it came together quite nicely. And I'm going to go ahead and take my Distress sprayer now, and I'm just going to spray my background to show you how it reacts with water and gets that chalky look as well as a little bit of a distressed look. Now I'm going to be using the Fa La La stamp die from My Favorite Things. This is such a fun die because it's very large, so it's going to be really easy to make cards out of it because of its size. It creates such a beautiful focal point on your card. So I've gone ahead, I've taped it down with some purple tape onto my distress background. I'm putting it through my Gemini Junior die cutting machine. Now guys, if you're creating a Christmas wish list, this Gemini Junior has to be on your list because it is an electronic die cutting machine, no more cranking through a machine. It has a beautiful squeeze to it. I find even dies as delicate as the writing on this one still don't even need the shim. It cuts like butter. It's absolutely amazing, and it's definitely changed the way I die cut. No more worrying, is it going to cut through my cardstock or not? This thing is awesome. So now I popped out the die. I'm keeping all of those little pieces though over off to the side because I'm going to need them. And I'm going to go ahead and glue this onto a card base. Now what I wanted to do for the 5 days of Christmas, I'm going to chat a little bit about the series, is I really didn't have a whole lot of time after the Save the Crafty YouTuber event last week to go ahead and lobby companies for prizes and things like that. So I decided that I'm going to create doing what I love, and that's creating with any company and any product that generally comes into my hands that I love. No being restricted to just one single company or anything like that, and nothing for design teams. This is going to be just 100% things that I love. And generally my videos, I always show things that I love. I never feature things that I don't like or things that I don't think are good quality, but oftentimes I do have a design team that I'm designing for, or I have something in mind that I have to create with. And this series is going to be 100% just my own, which means I'm sponsoring my own prizes as well. So my blog is sponsoring a prize every single day for this video series, and I am giving away a Hero Arts card kit to one lucky winner for this video. I am going to be announcing all of the winners after the 12 days are over, so you have lots of time to watch my videos and leave comments because that is how you're going to be able to win one. And in the comments, to make sure that you've actually watched my video, I'm going to ask you a question each day. So the question for today's video is, what is your favorite ink brand? I used Distress Oxides in today's video, but I have tons of favorite different ink brands for all sorts of different reasons. And of course, Distress Oxides are my favorite for technique-based inks. So I decided to use those today. So now that I've gone ahead, I've added those little pieces into my A's and L's. We'll move on with the next card. As I said, you're going to get 2 for 1 with these cards. So I've added all of those little pieces, but I have also kept all of the Fa La La letters that were blue from this die cut. I die cut as well a Fa La La out of the white card panel that you see here, and I am using this super fun stencil from My Favorite Things. I think this is a really great staple to have for Christmas cards. I'm always looking for a really great stencil that has snowflakes, and this one's called Snow Flurry. And I'm just holding it down, and I'm going to do a bit of an ombre effect with the inks again. I'm using the same colors so that they kind of match as well. And I'm going in with my Distress Oxide inks as well as the blending tool, and I'm blending over top, holding my stencil in place with my fingers and some purple tape. I am finishing off with some tumbled glass. I'm only going about halfway down the card, and I'm just generally using a light hand at the bottom of this so it fades nicely into the white to have a blue snowfall down my card, just to add a little bit more color and interest. So I'm now going to attach this white card panel here to a card base, just like I did with the first card, and I'm going to fit in those really tiny fa la la letters. Now I don't find them actually that tiny that it became really problematic to put these cards in, but it was not very tedious at all, but it is going to get me 2-for-1 cards, so in the end it's worth it. In total, the 2 cards took me about 15 minutes, and that was coming up with the design, gathering my supplies, as well as creating the 2 cards, so definitely not bad. And if I were to create these in bulk, of course I would just sit there one night and do all my distress backgrounds, then all my die cutting, and then all of my gluing in 3 simple steps. So I hope you enjoyed my very first idea for 2-for cards. I'm going to do one more though that is going to have a little bit of a different color combination and a little bit of a different modern look for Christmas cards. Also using a similar technique, distress inking the background, so I am going to speed up certain areas since we've done them already in this card. So for this color combination, I'm going ahead and I'm using Wilted Violet, Salty Ocean, and Blueprint Sketch to get a nice blend. I am going, instead of going into from the outside and working my way in like I did last time, I'm starting on one side, the bottom of the card, and working my way up, creating an ombre effect. I'm using the same technique of going back and forth between the 2 colors to get a nice blend. But going back and forth between the 2 colors, I also forgot to mention, gives you also additional shades in your ink. So you can see I have a bit of a darker blue when it comes to the purple and the Salty Ocean. And then I'm going to use a piece of purple tape to protect my fingers so they don't get inky, because I am using the different colors, and I'm going to be using white cardstock after, and then I'm going to definitely get dirty fingerprints all over my card. So I find having this or a piece of, like even a post-it note over my fingers, helps get the mess off my fingers. Now that I'm finished, I've spritzed my card with some water, and I'm going to clean up my surface before moving on to the next part of die cutting. My favorite thing to purchase for Christmas cards are big dies like this one that are focal points. Now, I'm not saying that you need to purchase a whole bunch of different ones or all the ones that I use. I think 1 or 2 per year is totally fine and legitimate, and it's going to create these really large focal points for easy to make cards. You can see here these cards didn't take long at all, and you get 2 for the price of 1 once you die cut them. So I've already added my cards onto some card bases, and I also went ahead and die cut a base that is in white, just like I did in the previous card. I've gone ahead now and I've added glue to the insides of all the letters. I'm gluing the entire letter here because I'm going to be inserting not only the colorful die cuts, but the white die cuts that were left over from my die cutting machine as well. And I'm going to be filling the dark colored panel with the white die cuts. I'm going to be filling the white panel with the colored die cuts, of course, but I am going to be adding and filling in the spaces with the additional colors as well. So this die here is just so fun and whimsical. It reminds me of a font similar to like a Dr. Seuss card or something like that. And I'm going in now and just adding all of those white pieces. I'm going to be doing those same but the opposite on the additional card and adding those colorful pieces. So I'm going to speed you up a little bit here as I fill in all of these blanks here, but you can kind of get the picture on how you're getting 2-for-1 cards. So once again, don't forget to let me know in the video description below which are your favorite inks to use when you're crafting. I would love to know and see if there's any brands I haven't tried yet that are really great that are out there. And I am going to give away that card kit from Hero Arts in today's giveaway. So thank you so much for watching, everyone. I'm hoping to see you Wednesday for day 2 of the 12 days of Christmas. And I will have another prize available and some more inspirational Christmas. Don't forget to check out the playlist below, as well as at the end of the video for additional Christmas cards. Here are a final look of the 2 very different looks that I created, both the white clean and simple and the distressed. Here below, I have a suggested playlist full of Christmas videos and inspiration for you, as well as the subscribe button if you'd like to subscribe to my channel. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!